sodium chloride or potassium chloride.
Right.
Salt half full.
Half full.
No more. You want to keep it within the water. Basically, when it goes through a backwash, it'll wash off the hardness of the calcium as the exchanges the chlorides in there. So it's just
salt.
Yeah, keep it half full.
And so what's going to happen is this is going to, over time, the salt level goes down because it's actually being dissolved into the water.
Yeah, it makes basically a brine.
Okay.
A saltwater brine, and
Right.
then it will draft when it goes through a backwash out of this tube right here into the filter, and it goes through, and actually as it goes through the resin bed, it'll dissolve the hardness off of the resin beads.
I see.
And then it does a rapid rinse and it flushes out all that salt water. The amount, if people are really like, super concerned with sodium chloride and having sodium in your water, you actually have more sodium in a cup of coffee that you drink in the morning than if you consume over a gallon of this water. So, but some people are super sensitive to salts and stuff like that, and that's where we start using the potassium chlorides. Difference is, still use chlorides. Your carrying agent is your potassium, where this is your sodium. And if it was going on plants, you use potassium chloride versus sodium chloride.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and the only other drawback is you got to continue to maintain putting salt in this.
And how often do you check it?
It all is done on consumption. So every time it goes through a backwash, it will consume about 12 to 14 pounds of saltwater brine.
Gallon and a half.
Yeah. So.
And how much of this per gallon?
This right here is, like 200 pounds of salt.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure how much, per gallon.
So we just need to monitor it if this starts to get down. And when would we call you? Down to here?
Oh, you can just go to the store and buy the salt yourself and put it in.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, you don't need me to do it.
Oh, I see.
I will. I just
okay.
charge you.
Okay.
We try to do a system that's easy for homeowners to maintain.
Right.
And this is probably the easiest time to maintain it. So I would say, kind of if it goes on water consumption and time. So if you are using lots of water, it's going to backwash more frequently. One benefit is that we did increase the capacity of both of these tanks. These are really large calcites and softeners. That allows it to use a lot more water before it goes through a backwash, so you can become more efficient with your water, output versus what it needs for backwash and stuff like that.
Cool. You're going to show us, you have a package that we buy this by the 10-pound bag, basically?
You go to you go to like the grocery store and buy sodium chloride go to Lucky's right there in Spassville.
Right.
It's $6 a bag.
Okay.
Potassium, if you go to Spassville Hardware, if you just decide to go with potassium, it's almost $30 a bag for 40 pounds. Probably, on most people, I'm saying they're using an average of 1 to 2 bags a month.
10-pound bag?
40.
40-pound bag?
Yeah.
1 to 2 per month? Okay.
But,
and that's with people who are living here full-time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the minimum it's going to backwash is twice per month. So that's, 28 pounds of salt right there.
Right.
Okay, so that's less than a bag. But as you use more water, and say you reach your capacity within a week, so you're using, X amount of gallons per week, and it goes through a backwash once a week. So that's, about a bag a month. So that's like, 50-pound bag of salt a month.
Okay. So we should have a storage shelf in here somewhere where we keep a few extra bags.
I wouldn't.
No? Just drive down there when it gets low and fill it up? And
Just check it, and that, okay, next time I go to the store, I need to buy a bag of salt.
Right.
I mean, you can keep 1 or 2 bags, but the problem there is that, high humidity areas.
Exactly. Right, they tend to get kind of
hard.
rock-like.
Yeah, and that's why we like to keep it half full.
I see.
If you don't keep it half full, what happens, especially if you don't see the salt going down over a couple months, you start getting some weird kind of, like when you use the water, it's not slippery, it's kind of hard and grippy.
Right.
You have a problem with probably your salt is bridged. So, and you like to use the coarse, not the pellets. Use the coarse.
Right.
Pellets have a problem with bridging. So,
okay.
it's our opinion, but
yeah. Well, you've had better luck with it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all we will sell. At least this coarse granular.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hear that, Matt? All right.
Yeah. So
Very good, Eric.
I will get these things back washing, and
Yeah.
we'll once I get this one back washing and get this going, I will test it, because when we add calcium, I'll test it right here with our hardness, so I can really get this into being as efficient as possible.
Perfect.
I'll add a few extra grains, just for some buffer, but not a whole lot, so you'll be a lot more efficient. So,
Great.
all right,
Very good.
here, guys.